Episode 4, kicking off episode 4 in Empire of Sin. Hello, welcome back to the Critic Kudos. I'm the Monk, and today, yes, we are playing as Robin Kray, with obviously the new Hunt for Aurora DLC. Now, I'm going to stop introducing it that way because I'm sure by now you guys know what we're doing here. Let's see what we can do. We kind of need to just keep building on what we've been doing. I feel like we've actually been doing okay. I mean, you know, let me know down in the comments if you feel like maybe I've been a little bit too slow. But hey, this is a harder difficulty. They have completely reworked this game. So we're taking things very, very slow. But I'm trying to build up. Now, I think something I need to do is actually up my production within my safe house. Now, the safe house is kind of... it sucks. Bottom line, it sucks. But the safe house is like the only building that will never get raided, never get hit, never have to defend. Therefore, if you pump up production within your safe house, you should be kind of okay in the sense that you'll always have something to sell, which is cool. So we did up production within our safe house. A quick upgrade only takes 5 days. Plus, you want to upgrade a little bit. That way you can get a mod or two in your first precinct. Okay, so we're hitting a racket. It is 4v2, so odds are in our favours, I think. And we know what we're doing at this point. And the dual wield is really cool. And I don't know about you, but I really like those dual wield pistols. I just do. But I guess the dual wield SMGs still have the same power, if not more power. And of course, you get to move. So, meh. I wish that I didn't like one of them as much as I do, because I kind of want to try out dual wield melee weapons as well. But I do actually think that I have a couple of other vanguards. That's the class of this within the new DLC. I think I have a couple within my black book. So when I do manage to get a little bit stronger, we have a little bit more disposable cash. We're looking to get another one, I think. I think a third would be cool, just so that way we can show off the old dual-wield melee weapons as well. Of course, we are still trying to get that melee kill on our main character, trying to get the next perks up. More perks, the better.
Let's do this.
I can't remember if we've actually got the SMG first perk as well, but we do need to obviously go down that line as quickly as possible. I think the golden Tommy gun or the golden submachine gun is probably another target for us at some point. I think that's always in the store anyway, and it costs 20,000. That's a lot, obviously, but it is one of the best SMGs in the game, so I think on a character that's running dual SMGs, it's probably a good idea. I think it's a real shame that we're having to play about the fixes at the moment, though. I think that's one of the biggest things that's disappointed me within this update, within this DLC, is that the fixes, unfortunately, are broken. I think a lot of people were saying that pretty much everything to do with the last DLC doesn't seem to be working. I haven't managed to play test it myself just yet, so let me know down in the comments if Maxim Zelnick, for instance, is working, his ability is working, or if any of the other fixes are actually working. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know if everyone has that issue or if it's just isolated to a certain platform, perhaps. As the fixes are great. They are honestly really good. They're a great way to earn money. I think the loan sharks is still a great way to earn money. You have to own a fixer in order to put down one of those buildings, so it's kind of one of those. I don't necessarily have enough money yet to, one, afford another gangster, or at least afford another gangster that we're not necessarily going to be using. And I certainly don't have enough money to afford the loan sharks because those things are quite expensive. I think even a small is like 5 grand, which is a significant investment, I think. It's a great way to earn money, but it's still a significant, investment, one that I don't actually have at the moment. Making more money is a priority. We did manage to get really lucky, though, in a sense that we got 2 very good SMGs, managed to fiddle up Al Capone, and old Scarface himself is probably not going to be too happy with us. And we're hoping to get enough swill to essentially do the dirty on another boss again within this video. Because for me, that is a great way to earn cash.
Got it. Got it.
Now this is another, this is within our own precinct. So I'm literally just trying to clean up my own precinct right now. Strengthen my actual empire. Again, that's something I haven't actually really focused on. I've been kind of focusing on my character, my gangsters, my equipment, my immediate, tools. Now we need to be focusing a little bit more on our precinct, getting a few more rackets actually down and, earning us a little bit of money, really. Should be a nice, easy battle again, though. Nice, easy battle, I reckon. This is a small. It looks like the smalls only have, 4 in, at least, 1 stars. I think the only real issue for us at the moment, still rocking 2 gangsters, of course, has to be the 2 stars.
Sure.
Or at least the 2-star precincts in thug neighborhoods. That's going to be a little bit out of our, what we're able to actually do. But we do have a doctor coming back soon, so I heard 71 days has to be up soon. Whoosh. He done 67 damage to me then. That is awful. And I'm wearing body armor. Not good body armor, but I'm still wearing body armor. Awful. Another thing that I've actually noticed, I've had really bad luck. Now, typically you can buy body armor off the other bosses, but it doesn't look like any of them picked anything up at all, because I do remember when I was looking around to trade, I couldn't find anything.
Consider it done.
Okay, so we've just gone for a brewery there just to get some more swill, get some more alcohol rolling. Of course, our joints are going to be, whatever we have, whether it be dance clubs, whether it be brothels, whether it be casinos, they're all serving alcohol. So I need a good steady supply before I start putting down more speakeasies and more rackets that consume said swill. Unfortunately, this is going to have a negative effect on our money, on our profit, for a little bit. And of course, we're just healing up our gangsters because we don't have a doctor currently equipped with it in our squad, so it's not happening automatic. But of course, hopefully that will change very, very soon. There's still, we need to buy that one, but we don't necessarily have enough money. We've got 1 to clear out, but again, that's going to be hard at the moment. The store's reset, and we have a military issue armor in the store. 30,000. Damn, that's a lot of money. I don't know what's with that fish knife as well. It's blue. It's worth 5,000, but my God, it's rubbish. And then you've got the Tommy gun, of course, the golden Tommy gun. What do we have to sell? See, we just don't even have close to enough money. I'm sure we will. Give us a little bit of time. We're going to have bags, but at the moment we've got nothing. And purple body armor has just spawned in. Now, we're only a few months in. Yeah, we're still in the first year, so we're only a few months into this current playthrough. We're on episode 4, obviously, so not too much time has passed. So interesting to see such a good body armor appear in the store. I'll try and make the money, but honestly, I don't think I'm going to be able to. We'd probably need around 1,500 swill to convert over to, you know, hide it, disguise it as whiskey, and probably about 3-4 bosses to split that between. That would have the money, and I don't think we're going to get anywhere close to that, unfortunately. But we were all quest to sit down. Very nice. Need to find some more bosses is what we need to do. More bosses, because the more bosses that we find,
Come on in and take a seat. Been looking forward to meeting you for a long while.
the more people we have to trade with.
Sparked my curiosity.
Let's quickly get to the bottom of why you called me.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but believe me, for what I'm about to offer you, many in the city would give up everything. I'm offering you a partnership with Hip Sing Tong.
I'm ready to hear the details.
I'd like to get a temporary business arrangement set up between us. I want to see if 2 heads are better than 1.
Well, you're gonna need to sweeten the pot a little bit.
How much sweeter does it need to be? You drive a hard bargain. Fine, that'll work.
This is a great deal for the both of us. You'll see.
There we go, another successful deal. It's only a little bit of money, but hey, one, we're getting a trade agreement, one, we're getting an extra $100. At this stage, I kind of need the money anyway, so I'm very happy just to be attending them and just get that extra little bit in the bank. Doesn't necessarily have too much, certainly doesn't have any gear, has a hell of a lot of swill though. 156 barrels of swill. That's pretty good. That guy has been on it. Now, typically one swill barrel is worth around $2. So if you double it, it's going to be around the right price, depending, of course, on your relationship with them. Ooh, assassination attempt initiated.
Come on over. See what happens.
Another little thug fight here. Let's see if we get anything good.
Gonna crush you.
Nice. So that's a nice, easy melee kill for us.
Consider it done.
Oh shit. I'm done for.
Good work.
Got a blue shotgun. Don't really use shotguns too much. Obviously, they don't have the range, but we'll see. Oh, there's a few places up here. Nice. We've got a few thugs to clear out here, which is good. Easy fights, easy wins, easy money. It's not costing us that much to still stay afloat. So every one of these fights is kind of like a week's worth. So we'll take it. God, I remember when in the very first episode, when you very first load up, a fight against 3 thugs, when you have pretty much nothing, incapable to, you know, one hit someone, you take so much damage. It's actually a risky fight.
Consider it done.
Remember, we are playing on boss difficulty as well. I do have a few people currently playing a few different playthroughs actually on the... Oh, that was a good weapon. That was a blue melee weapon, and they typically have high damage. I have to try and remember to keep that. Yeah, we have a few people within a Discord actually currently playing playthroughs. But I believe they're playing on like medium difficulty at the moment. They're having a really good time. They're just plowing through it. You've got a few people that just don't play on boss difficulty at all. But hey, boss difficulty was our playground on this channel. So that's pretty much the only difficulty we actually play on.
Damn it! I'm fucked!
Great news.
Consider it done.
Nice, number 2 weapons. I do like weapons. Still hoping for some body armor though, because even jank body armor at the moment is good for us. That way when we get new gangsters, we can just, you know, give them something better than nothing. As we saw in the last episode, survivability for our gangsters isn't great. So much machinery in the way. Sweep's not bad. Obviously, the big problem with sweep is that it's going to drain our submachine guns.
I'm on it.
Oh shit! I'm done for.
Good work.
Forcing us then, obviously, to reload on our turn.
Consider it done. Got it.
So I think having that secondary pistol or having at least a proficiency within it is going to be helpful. Or maybe... We're definitely going to pay. Or maybe, of course, having that melee weapon. Having that melee weapon perks upgraded, which we are working on. Really cool. We just got him back. We did pay $1,000 to bring him back. We had it, luckily. I actually forgot that that was a feature within the game, that, you know, the first gangster that dies, you have a chance to bring back from the dead. He's actually a good one to bring back from the dead, because like I said, he actually has a mission attached to him. It's not a bad mission. I believe you get a trinket as a reward, and we don't have any trinkets right now, which would be really good. So yeah, glad to have him back. We also hit 100 notoriety and got an extra load of stat points increase then as well. So I did kind of gloss over that as we were currently talking, but that's a really good thing to have happened. I'm actually thinking about getting a pocket watch, not in real life, for for Robin Kray, because if I remember right, and it has been a minute, the pocket watch increases my movement speed, so it'll raise it from like 7 currently to 10, which could be really, really useful with me having the Tommy guns, me having the SMGs, give me increased movement on that field, means I can move straight away and still shoot and get a good distance, in. Not to mention for the melee weapons as well, very helpful extra movement speed. Now, of course, we are putting out more contracts right now, as you've been seeing me do. We seem to have had I think every single time we get a business arrangement with a new boss, we immediately are into that, you know, plus relationship, enough so that we can ask for favors. And I would prefer to just wipe Daniel Jackson out, I think. Like I said, he's in my neighborhood, right? He is an immediate threat to me, and we're not strong enough in order to kill him ourselves or to take him on ourselves yet. So if I can get the AI to do it for me, it should revert his territory to a thug territory.
Oh, that's so good.
And I can take them on. I already know I can take them on. So it's a good spot for me to kind of expand, or at least the potential. So that's my thought pattern over that decision, at least. Like I said, I'm trying not to do like so much of a guide. I typically do how to play. I'm kind of just trying to do a why I'm doing it right now. Because I don't know this build. I don't know how good or bad or, you know, the exploits within it just yet. Yes. Okay, get in there. So we've got both our doctors now, which is absolutely amazing. Kind of didn't need to hire a second doctor now, but you know what? We're on it. It's fine. We got Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and we got Rocco. Both of them are medics, which means that hopefully they'll be able to keep us alive. If this mode is that much more difficult, maybe having the extra medics is a good idea.
I've got an interesting proposition for you. I'm ready to hear the details.
I like to get a temporary business arrangement set up between us. I want to see if 2 heads are better than 1.
Well, you're gonna need to sweeten the pot a little bit.
How much sweeter does it need to be? You drive a hard bargain. Fine, that'll work.
This is a great deal for the both of us. You'll see.
Successful again there on our negotiations. We're doing very well. We're getting a little bit of money and those business arrangements. Side story, Frank Reagan was the first boss I ever used. I can't remember if I said that in previous episodes, but Frank Reagan was the first boss I ever used in Empire Sin way back when this game released, or we was making our first videos. I failed that playthrough really bad. I essentially just managed to annoy every single boss. Everyone was at war with me at the same time, and I got annihilated, absolutely annihilated. But a really cool boss. Really liked his ability, the baseball bat ability. Yeah, it was good. He's a cool boss. And he has some spill for me right now. Although he is charging far too much money. I feel like Frank Reagan's one of the only bosses in the game that was like, felt like a real traditional gangster. Or at least, you know, Italian mafia style. It's really good to see Robin in it. Robin Kray, you know, proper gangster. And of course the Kray twins are just so famous here in the UK as well, so I feel like it's a character that we know quite well, or at least know what he's supposed to represent, which I think is quite cool. So yes, I did just stab a police officer. Probably shouldn't have. The problem with the police officers is that I'm not against opening up the shop, but it costs so much money and it takes so much time and it's so much investment, and it's just an end goal that I just don't see getting any closer. Meanwhile, I could just kill them all, and if I do that, I get myself 3 kills and a little bit of money for right now, right here.
You best not be looking over here.
That's the mission.
Wanna dance? You best not be looking over here.
He wants a standing order. Yeah, so this is the mission that the game currently wants me on. There's a lot of thugs there. A lot. I'm not going up against them with just the 2 of us. Maybe we're both my doctors. I have Rocco and Dr. Quinn. Possible with those 2.
How do you like Chicago?
At the moment, no.
I'm not a fan of long conversations. Let's get to the point. Of course. I want to propose a mutually beneficial collaboration. What do you say? I want to hear the details.
I'd like to get a temporary business arrangement set up between us. I want to see if two heads are better than one.
Well, you're gonna need to sweeten the pot a little bit.
How much sweeter does it need to be? You drive a hard bargain. Fine, that'll work.
This is a great deal for the both of us. You'll see.
Again, all done. I think we've done well today. I think we've done quite well. We have got ourselves a ton of swill. As you can see, we are getting ourselves some more protection. We've introduced ourselves to a few more bosses and kind of just opened up the map a little bit. With over 300 swill, I'm kind of looking to... Oh, and he can kill someone. Awesome. I wonder who we're going to pick. But yeah, with over 300 swill, I think it would be a good idea to try and profit on that. I'm very aware that there's purple body armor in that shop, and purple body armor at this stage would just change our game. But we're not going to be able to come up with 30 grand. So we're going to have to wait, unfortunately. As awful as that sounds, we're just going to have to give up on it because we just don't have that. Not to mention, I'd also be tempted to get the golden submachine gun if I had 20 grand. Bear in mind, this game mode would be a lot easier if I enabled tutorial from the beginning and gone through that. I believe you get an extra bit of money. You get a few more items and things like that. So it's a really good start to your game. So even on boss difficulty, that would be a really good way for you to start your game on the right footings. See, it's interesting because Al Capone, obviously, we done him over. We got his submachine guns. But yeah, he's still willing to sell us swill. Although, be it for rather a lot of money. He's got 26 swill, and we are paying well over the odds. And he has 33. Again, we're going to try and do that. We're going to get as much as we can right now because I would like a shot to see how much money we can get. Obviously, I don't actually feel like this is an exploit because it was intended in the game originally. And you can only do it once with every gangster. So... And you can only really do it really do it well if you've got a high relation with the gangster as well. So that's something to, put into consideration. You actually have to put a lot of work behind disguising your swill as whiskey and making it profitable. And there's a huge amount of RNG over whether the other gangsters actually have cash, have items that you would even want or need. And I also think the best thing to come out of this video today is that we have our gangsters back. Old Rocco, I was gutted when Rocco died, especially to explosives. Explosives just really annoy me within this game. But Nora and Rocco together, us being a team of 4 for now, is going to really help. Extra knives. I think extra knives is a good idea, but I think possibly I'm playing her wrong. I need to properly look at those stat points. No, I need to look at her abilities and read the descriptions better.
What are you looking at, me out? You talking to me? You want some of this?
Another easy fight. Let's see if we get lucky.
I'm done for.
Hey, we got a proficiency with our submachine guns. That's what we wanted. We're just grinding out those levels.
Good work.
Consider it done.
God, I remember once literally killing like 150 police officers just to get that next perk point or that next perk in a weapon skill. Let's go back and find the crew.
Got it. Yes.
Yeah, get off the floor, dude. We're back. That's kind of cool. We do need healing even with them back in our party. They don't do it automatically. It's just after battle, I believe that's automatic. Again, one of the best new features
Let's get moving.
added with the new update / DLC. So I think where we're going to go next is going to be here, but we're not going to do it in this video, unfortunately. We just don't have the time. But there it is, the military issue armor. We're halfway through the allotted time until that shop resets. I think we missed it, unfortunately. I don't think we're going to do it. We do have 447 swill, though, which is, well, that's quite a lot. But it's not the 1200 that I predicted we were going to need.
I'm on it.
We've got a little bit that we can sell. Not a lot, but we have a few items. Sell the cutthroat and the brass knuckles, the silly fish knife. Look at that nail bat. 40 to 50 damage. Very nice. On a crit, obviously. Let's see if we can actually get any money. Who has the most money? He has 10 grand. 10 grand's not bad. He has nothing else, but he does have 10 grand. Let's see what that gets us. Minus 55. I think we're going to have to use a lot more swill than I was hoping. Put your bets down, guys. Do you think I can get this 10 grand for less than 300 barrels? 250, still minus 29 there. I don't think we're going to do it. 280. Jeebus, for less than 350? Less than 400? Just 390 barrels for that 10 grand. That sucked. That did suck. But my math was about right with that 1200 barrels needed. Guys, I will see you in the next episode.